So you know that playlist you have on your phone that your wife found a couple years ago that said guilty pleasure songs, and then a couple months later she heard you playing it somewhere, and then she looked on your phone and all of a sudden it was labeled Jeremy's Music 2017. And then a couple of years later, all of a sudden she picks up your phone and she says, "What is this?" And she sees the playlist and it's called Play at My Funeral. Yeah, okay, so there are certain guitar tones, there are certain songs that connect you to people and to a place and that you love. Like, I have lots of guilty pleasure songs. Like Sledgehammer by Peter Gabriel, I think that song is awesome. I will love that song my whole life. That got me thinking this week. Yes, there are songs that we like. Yes, there are tones that are guilty pleasures. But more than that, there are guitar tones that we love, and there are guitar tones that sound awesome, and every now and then you find these pedals for sale. Like, I went by the secondhand shop a couple weeks ago and I found, let me grab them. So I saw this box show up on a shelf, and I thought, I need to know what's inside this box. Was this guy. It's a modulation delay. Here's what I'm super excited about. Check this thing out. So this is a PV compressor. I'm sure that this is going to be very similar to like the CS, like a Boss CS3. This DoD classic tube, I'm sure this is like a tube drivery thing. Also, this is episode 5 of the Dream Guitar Challenge. I bought these pedals with money that I have made from snowballing $500 on up, and I'm going to use those pedals to buy my dream guitar. So if you want to get into flipping guitars and gear, one of the easiest places to start is buying pedals. Because one, they're really affordable, and two, you can find what they're worth pretty readily. The other thing is those much more often get taken to thrift shops, get taken to consignment stores. That's where I find lots and lots of really cool pedals. Like I found, 3 or 4 pedals yesterday. I didn't pay much for them. I paid about $30 for all of them. So it was just this great deal where I said, hey, I'll give you $30 for all of them. And then they said, absolutely. It's an easy entry point. If you want to learn how to flip guitars and gear, a really easy way to do is to start with pedals. Also, if you ever come hang out in Harrisonburg with me, you should go to Black Sheep Coffee. They're awesome. Oh, here's a fun fact. So some people ask why my channel URL is Jimmy Sheep. When I was growing up, that was my nickname. Actually, it was 2 nicknames that were used to make fun of me that got turned into one nickname. Some people used to call me Jimmy Fathead. Other people used to call me Jeremy Sheep Turd. And then one time somebody was trying to make fun of me and they said, hey, Jimmy Sheep. And it stuck. Guilty pleasure guitar tones. There are certain pedals that you're gonna find that will take you to a certain place or a certain time, or they will remind you of a certain artist. And every now and then you just say, you know what? It's time I owned an awesome flanger again. Or it's time I got just a super 80s compressor or an old analog memory man. Actually, I think this might be digital. I don't know. Let's talk about that. I want to take you through each of these pedals just very quickly. I'm just going to find one guilty pleasure tone in every one, and then I'm going to get these ready and sell them. Okay, I'm here. I have the Gaia tone. I have a different shirt on. It's a different time of day. Time has passed. What happened was I basically got all the pedals set up and I went to play through an old Rivera, but it's the original tubes from 1989 or 1990, whenever that amp came out. And it just sounded like a turd. It sounded awful. So I went and got a different amp. I've got a Fender Cyber Twin, just a clean blackface sounding amp. So here we go. Here's my clean tone. Heckle I ever heard while playing music, and it hurt my feelings then, but it makes me feel, it's a funny memory now. One time, I'm not a lead guitar player, as you may have surmised, but we're playing this show, this band I was in called Swank. We were in this kind of small town in the mountains. We were in Luray, Virginia. I was trying to play a solo, which I'm not a lead player, so I'm kind of stumbling my way through this solo, and all of a sudden somebody yells, "Don't bore us! Get to the chorus!" And it hurt my feelings, but don't bore us. Let's get to the chorus pedal. Nothing throws me off more as a musician than when I'm playing and all of a sudden I'm way too loud and I'm backing off and I'm not playing the guitar the way that I normally would just because I'm too loud in the mix. And then the other thing is, nothing is more heartbreaking than when you have worked so hard and so diligently to get a guitar part right, a more complicated, arpeggiated, or you're playing with your fingers, and then all of a sudden your volume is too low and you don't get heard. That's the worst. So a compressor really solves a lot of those problems. Let's check this thing out. The DML20. This is a modulation delay. It's made by Ibanez. I'm betting this is from the early 90s sometime. This pedal is confounding. That is confounding and not super useful. So I'm sure that it will do really cool things. You know what this pedal reminds me of? Do you remember Labyrinth with David Bowie? She's going into the labyrinth. That is the music, that blum 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 blum. Just this. I'm Jeremy, the Guitar Hunter. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you like it. I hope you follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, and I hope that you fill the world with music and goodness, that you find cool guitars in unusual places, that you learn to look where people might take old pedals. Most of these pedals I paid almost nothing for, and I'll make some money for. I'll make, 150 bucks. All of this is part of my Dream Guitar Challenge, so the challenge is that I started with $500. I only have that much money, and each time I make money, I have to give 10% away to a charity of our choosing. So we have chosen St. Jude's in Memphis. They are a wonderful charity. No parent should have to deal with the fear and the shame that comes from not being able to pay for their kids' medical care when their kids are really sick. So from the Fender Twin, the Fender Champ, what else? A couple other flips in there. That got me to $1,120. Then I put 900 bucks into the single rack and the two 2x12 cabinets. So 1120 minus 900, and then 360 for one of the cabinets, 370 for the other cabinet, then $700 for the head, and that brings me to a total of $1,650. That means I profited $510, which means $51 is going to go to St. Jude's. So right here, I donated $51 to St. Jude's. My total now, after paying St. Jude's, is $1,599. That's awesome. So here we go, onward and upward. I'm now into where I've got some real money. I've got that I can start buying cool, expensive guitars and making some money on them. I'm still going to buy amps and pedals and smaller stuff because that stuff fills in, but it really is pretty easy to buy and sell guitars and to make money doing it, and I want to teach you along the way. Thanks for watching this video. I'm Jeremy, the Guitar Hunter.